being
stay with
lauded
us
by
1
world.
second, please, because we have some news for our audiences. As we speak, India's COVID vaccination drive has touched the 2 billion doses milestone mark. A few minutes ago, we were telling you as the gap had reduced. Now, I believe the country has actually hit the milestone. Let's go back to my colleague Aisha, who was with us in newsroom. Remember, our political editor, Marishkil, is also with us. But I believe we have to go back to Aisha right now. Aisha, do bring us more context. A huge achievement for the country, but tell us more, please.
So Toya, essentially what we are looking at right now, this was the digital countdown to essentially crossing this big milestone, and now it is done. We have crossed 2 billion doses against the COVID-19 pandemic. Now remember, this is what the Prime Minister had earlier said. India is set to defeat COVID-19. Every Indian is making it possible. And now that mission to cross this big milestone is completed. Over here, you can see the number of total vaccination doses. Of course, we're crossing 2 billion doses now. It's a very big milestone that we're crossing. I also want to point out a few data points that we've collected. Now, 96% of the country's population has received the first dose of the COVID vaccine, while 80% has taken both doses. Now, as per data, 62.1% of the world's population is fully vaccinated against the virus. Now, again, this countdown has reached 0, and with this, I'm going to be tossing back to you, Toya.
All right, Aisha, thank you so much for bringing us those details. As we can speak right now, this is obviously a historic feat for the country, but also...
टीकाकरण का लक्ष्य पूरा कर लिया है। यह देश और देशवासियों के लिए गौरव की बात है। इतना मुश्किल लक्ष्य हमने मात्र 18 महीने में हासिल कर लिया है, जहां विश्व में कई देश आज भी कोविड महामारी से जूझ रहे हैं। वही भारत ने 200 करोड़ टीके लगाकर ना सिर्फ एक नया कीर्तिमान स्थापित किया है, बल्कि हमने एक नई दिशा भी दिखाई है। मैं इस उपलब्धि के लिए सभी देशवासियों को बधाई देता हूं। साथ ही मैं इस महान कार्य को सफल बनाने में जुटे हमारे सभी साथियों, विशेषकर स्वास्थ्य और टीकाकरण कर्मियों को हार्दिक धन्यवाद करता हूं।
Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia had launched the COVID vaccination Amrit Mahotsav a few days ago at COVID vaccination camps in Nirbhan Bhavan. This was on Friday. They'd appealed to the masses once again to get a free dose to ensure protection against COVID-19. My colleague Nikhil with us to tell us more about what this milestone represents for the government and for the country. Nikhil, over to you.
So today we are currently reporting from outside the residence of Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia. Currently he is undertaking a crucial meeting of all the officers, all the respective members, and this is the crucial meeting which is underway. But now we have achieved this big target of 200 crore vaccination. But if we talk about the figures, the vaccination drive started in the country on 16th of January 2021, and we achieved first 100 crore milestone in just 9 months. That means on October 2021 we achieved the target of first 100 crore, and it took another 9 months to achieve the another set of the target. That means completing overall 200 crore of vaccination doses, which means that for next 100 crore as well we did not slacken, and the pace for administering the doses were not reduced in the country. And this shows that because of the proactive strategy and the high level leadership of not just Prime Minister Narendra Modi, but also under the leadership of Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia, the country has been able to achieve this huge target. And long before, we already surpassed the vaccination doses which were administered in Europe. For Europe it stands 130 crore, but we have now reached to a level of 200 crore. And also if we talk about the figures, Toya, we have exported 23 crore doses in 50 plus countries, which makes us believe that the overall doses which were produced in the country were 223 crore. This is the big achievement which has been achieved by the country. And we all know that currently as well, many of the doses are being administered, many of the phases are being done. In fact, in 7 of the phases, we have achieved this target. So far, these are the details currently with us. And as per the further details, out of the 200 crore doses which have been administered, 70% of the total doses they have been given in the rural areas, which shows us that the the ASHA workers and to all those staff who were doing their duty to make vaccine doses reach to the last people. This is the evidence of the same. So in 7 of the phases, the doses were done, and now if we talk about the further figures, Toya, nearly 160 crore of doses were produced by Covishield itself out of 200 crore, and 33.5 crore doses of Covaxin have been prepared by the Bharat Biotech, that means Covaxin. So this is the big achievement which has been now we are talking about, and these are the details currently with us. And we have already mentioned that a crucial meeting is underway at the residence of Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia. But also while speaking to CNN News 18 few days back, Mansukh Mandavia clearly said that we have been achieved to reach this particular target because of the proactive strategy and also the Make in India policy which the country has been able to fulfill. So these are the details currently with us. Toya.
Nikhil, if you could break down for our audiences further that 2 billion mark that we're sharing with our audiences, if you could break it down further based to some degree on age demography, what numbers do we have when it comes to the breakdown in those who are, young adults, and then those who are aged? All right, we'll try to re-establish that connection. My colleague Nikhil Lakhwani bringing us that news over there. A big celebration for the country, but also for the country's health infrastructure services, those who've worked tirelessly on the front line over the last year and 2 years to bring access to these vaccinations to the public. Now, the free vaccination drive that's been launched just a few days ago, this was to celebrate the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. All eligible populations can get a free precautionary dose for the next 75 days. This started a few days ago. Now, my colleague Nikhil is still with us. We'll go over to him for more details. Nikhil, I was trying to ask you if you could give us more of a breakdown of these numbers. For example, which are the states that have seen the highest number of vaccinations? Which age groups have received the highest number of vaccinations? Which age groups is there more need for coverage in? Bring us more coverage here, please.
Well, as far as the figures are concerned, Toya, 18 plus population is the current age group which has received the highest number of doses, because we all know firstly the doses which were administered started with the age group of 60 plus, but then it gradually came down, and 18 plus population is the highest population which has received the most doses in the country. And also if we talk about the figures with respect to the states, it is yet to come. It is yet to come out because there is this fresh figure which has to be out after achieving the milestone of 200 crore. But the important point here that we were earlier mentioning to you, Toya, and for all the viewers who are now watching CNN News 18, that out of the 200 crore doses which have been administered in the country, 70% has been given to the rural population. This shows